This Sunday, live on UFC Fight Pass. For the undisputed openweight Submission Underground Championship, newly crowned Submission Underground champion Mason Fowler jumps back into the fire to prove his submission victory over the most dominant force in submission grappling, Craig Jones, wasn't a fluke. Will Craig Jones reclaim his position as the top submission grappler on the planet? Or will Mason Fowler prove once and for all he's the man to beat? We find out Sunday, August 30th, live only on UFC Fight Pass.
Guys, Submission Underground coming up August 30th, 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern, only on UFC Fight Pass main event. I mean, it is Craig Jones, the biggest star in the sport, taking on Mason Fowler, the champion. I gotta tell you, I don't think I have ever spoke about Craig Jones and not said the best in the sport, followed by biggest star in the sport. Now I have to say biggest star, because Craig has a problem. That problem is named Mason Fowler. They have met up twice. They have had alternating results. This is the trilogy. First match, controversy. It was a point system match. Mason had a takedown where he was not awarded points. Both guys agree. Nobody disagrees, including Craig. Craig's going, hey, he should have had 2 points that altered the match. Qualified for Craig for Abu Dhabi, of which he became a medalist. Okay, fast forward, they meet up in Submission Underground. This is after Mason goes through an 8-man tournament just to get to the right to take on Craig. Okay, nobody actually wants Craig Jones. I really don't believe that. I believe they want the exposure that comes along with Craig Jones. I believe they want to have a nice, fun match, and the reason the match is fun is because there's zero expectation. You are supposed to lose. Oh, by the way, you get to do it in a main event for a paycheck on Fight Pass. I believe that's why guys take on Craig Jones. So we had a tournament to make sure that whoever takes on Craig next wants him. Truly wants Craig Jones. Truly believes this isn't a media opportunity. This isn't a cash grab. I have what it takes to protect myself and what it takes to beat that guy. Well, Mason did that. That's what got him the opportunity. He then goes out there and beat Craig Jones, but it's not without controversy, much like match number 1. So there is a rule in Submission Underground. Under the unified rules, if you are in a catch, and that means there appears that a submission is locked in, trained referee who's watching catch, and you let out a sound, it does not have to be the word tap. It does not have to be I quit. It doesn't have to be uncle. If you let out a sound while in a catch, the referee will interpret that as you need help and he'll get you out of there. So Craig ends up in a body triangle. Relevant because now his neck is being manipulated. Mason's attacking the neck, looking for rear nakeds. In this specific case, had a bit of a neck crank on. But the body triangle is very relevant because as Mason applies force, and it's a very tight position, Craig's lungs and diaphragm exhale air, thus making a sound. A sound that if you're not in the middle of a pandemic in front of absolutely nobody, you've only got a referee, a doctor, red corner, blue corner, only people on the floor. It's relevant because this is a sound you probably wouldn't even hear. Definitely, possibly wouldn't hear, but even probably wouldn't hear. Referee hears it, he's got to stop the match. It's for the championship. Craig Jones just suffers his first defeat. Mason Fowler's now the champion. Whatever you want to say, however you want to look at matches 1 and 2, this is what happened. Now we're going to have match number 3. Craig was happy with his performance, but he was not happy that Mason wasn't engaging more in a specific area, that being top-bottom grappling. You come down, I'm on bottom, let's go from here. I'm going to try to sweep you, submit you, but we go from here. Mason's standing over the top going, wait a minute, that's not how the rules work. You want me down, get off your ass and take me there. I'll go wherever you can take me, but you got to take, I don't have to agree with you. So they got this back and forth. Makes it very fun. I like to build up to a match. I like that there's a story behind the match. I think you do too, but when you actually look at the match, you have the best grappler in the world, Craig Jones. Craig Jones brings people together. People will stop what they were doing and come together to watch what he is doing all over the world. And he's got a problem named Mason. He's got to solve that problem. If you throw these guys in a tournament and they get a random placement and you want to make a prediction of who's going to go further in a tournament, you're having a totally different conversation. We are not at that. There is nobody to eliminate Mason or knock him off. There is no, except Craig. Mason now sits at the top. Mason is the champion. Mason will be the main event of every card Mason shows up to as long as that belt is around his shoulder. There is a lot on this. The biggest star is not guaranteed to be a main event moving forward. He's got to have that belt. And there's no rules and no help and no controversy that's going to solve it. Craig Jones has one person to turn to on August 30th. That's Craig Jones.